Well, with Juneteenth coming up next week, there are lots of celebrations happening around the metro and across the nation.
I sat down with the Midwestern State Director, National Juneteenth, who tells us the reason behind the celebrations and why they are so important. Long celebrated by African Americans, Juneteenth became a federal holiday in 2021. Parades, concerts, informal and formal gatherings are just some of the ways families and communities honor Freedom Day. But it's much more than just a party.
You need to know the history of what you're commemorating and celebrating.
Midwestern State Director of National Juneteenth, Lee Henry Jordan.
The 13th Amendment, the Emancipation Proclamation, and General Order Number 3, we call those some of the freedom documents.
Jordan believes all who take part in celebrations should know that in 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation freed enslaved people in states that tried to secede from the United States. 2 years later, on June 1865, more than 250,000 colored troops marched into Galveston Bay. They enforced General Order Number 3 that formally freed enslaved blacks being held illegally. Jordan calls members of 4 regiments, the 20th, 28th, 29th, and 31st United States Colored Troops, fathers of Juneteenth.
The history of the United States Colored Troops, that should be a part of a celebration.
Jordan hopes people look to uncover the freedom story of their own family, diving deep into history.
There were people that didn't get press, but still did the work, and those people are in your family.
Jordan truly believes someone in his family wore the Union uniform and was in Galveston Bay in 1865. Through his search, he did find there was at least one Minnesotan there.
William Costley, and the fact that he's buried in Rochester, Minnesota. He was at Galveston, Texas when the United States Colored Troops were there. So if he was there, then who else was there?
He believes following a trail of history can unlock your family's freedom story.
There is a continuing story, energy, power, whatever you want to call it, that's connected to freedom. Find that, whatever that is for you. Bring that to a Juneteenth celebration, and trust me, you will find a kindred spirit.
Kindred spirits with shared history, American history, that should be celebrated by all.
If you don't leave there with a little bit more knowledge of who you are and where you come from and what can be done, then no, I think you're missing a little something.
Well, there are many events to celebrate Juneteenth happening across the metro this weekend, from events in Roseville to one of the original celebration sites in North Minneapolis at Bethune Park. Lots to experience today. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little the weather.
I know, not the best forecast to be outside celebrating, but the fact that we've made this movement and we're learning more about Juneteenth, because I know in school I did not learn much about it.
Wow.
So
well, that's why the new hairdo,
looks good.
The braids, and
looks
a lot of people
good.
don't realize that the braids that they put in people's hair, the patterns were actually a pathway to freedom. It showed how to get to the Underground Railroad and to escape slavery. So,
wow.
Yeah.